Hello, I'm Harrison Engstrom, and welcome to Sorted by Drama. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Now, Sorted by Drama is not a new, nor original, nor great idea, but I'm deciding to do it anyway because I think I need to do something after a 93-minute video about cats. The show is a weekly roundup of the weirdest, worst, and most ridiculous posts that I could find on reddit.com. These are not political, these are not just dumb things that people have posted, these are little bits of internet drama that I will explore week on week and try and get a wider context for why this website is just full of people who just can't take a breath, really. I'll be removing as much political garbage as possible, not because, you know, the last decade of politics has been a mess, but more about the fact that it's not fun or funny for everybody, and I think that's the least that I can do. I just basically want to try and give your brain, as well as mine, a break from a week-to-week basis to talk about things that are just a little bit silly and a little bit ridiculous. Speaking of which, the first post this week comes from Our Apple Boxes. Now, this isn't a subreddit about boxes that contain apples, but Apple products rather. And as a simple summary of what I truly believe is what this subreddit is entirely about. People purchasing boxes of Apple products, not necessarily the contents of them, but just the boxes, and then having the boxes around their home and showing off those boxes. Now, obviously, the way that I'm running the show is that I'm going to find the most controversial posts in these small subreddits. They have been downvoted so much, or so little in fact, that they have caused some sort of ire in the community. This one in particular is a post that has received the majority of downvotes from this subreddit. And it reads, "Y'all Simps," and then the body of the text reads, "Title says it all." And I think that that does sum up a lot of what Apple Box is about from what I'm gleaming from this very, very small, weird subreddit. As somebody who doesn't really like Apple products but does use them frequently, it is kind of funny to see that people are just fascinated by the boxes. And I totally understand that if you enjoy the design or the sleek look of those boxes, that at the end of the day, that they're still boxes that were manufactured somewhere in China probably. Just are boxes. There's nothing in them. Much like the people's lives that collect these boxes, this had a lot of irate people talking about this post. The most upvoted comment based on the best algorithm, and I do believe this is the best, comes from Wavy Gravy Davy, who says, "Wow, how truly pathetic your life must be to go bother people enjoying a harmless hobby. I'd much rather collect Apple boxes than have a life so sad that I need to spend my time trolling random subreddits. Grow up, little child, before life hits back." And then there's been a comment that just says breathe in and breathe out. And then a good summary of what the post's original intention is that consuming is not a hobby, which I do believe to some degree. If I have to put a tiny bit of input into this rather than just reading things from the internet like is my want, then yeah, collecting Apple boxes is not a hobby. In fact, owning things is not a hobby. For anybody who just collects like Funko Pops or just random bits of memorabilia that just sit there and don't do anything, it's a little bit weird. It's not horrible. I don't think it's something to be mocked, but y'all are simps. And y'all are simps to the great corporate overlord that is Apple. And I wish you did other things. The next one is from the Star Wars subreddit. Star Wars is obviously a very, very popular series for people of all ages and have, you know, launched a lot of films recently. There was Rise of Skywalker. Now this image, it plays into what is known as the Reylo fan culture. There's people who think that the character of Rey and the character of Kylo-Ren should have gotten together at the end of the series. And this very bright, weird wedding photo that somebody has drawn did make a lot of people very, very, very annoyed, and were basically calling out why their fandom is ridiculous. "My favorite part of their loving relationship is when she slashed him across the face and he tried to run her over. My favorite part is when she stabs him and he emotionally manipulates her. I don't like Reylo at all. Why is Rey wearing Padme-esque dress? What the hell are they doing on Naboo? Naboo was destroyed in Operation Cinder." Well, I do appreciate that there is a range of replies to this post. Some sort of touting a little bit of the Star Wars lore, and the others that are just like, man, this is just weird. Let's glamorize a textbook abusive relationship. Y'all little Rylos are just fucking weird, Jesus. Man, I do love to fuck weird Jesus. But I do appreciate that the Star Wars community, look, is as toxic as it's ever been. Obviously, the much maligned reviews, Rise of Skywalker, was something that affected me in my enjoyment of the film. I remember I took somebody on a date to see it, and I did not like it one bit. And I was, I did cry during it, just because there's a scene that's just very emotional in it. And the rest of the time, I just wasn't really having fun. Just kind of felt like a real mess. The next subreddit comes from Meghan Markle. Jesus, from one royal wedding to another. Meghan Markle is a subreddit that is entirely about the actress slash princess, Meghan Markle. This one is called You Guys Are Sick. WTF is wrong with these royal lovers? Like, don't you have hobbies other than hating on a new mother and wife? Meghan Markle is one of the most respectable, beautiful, and intelligent women I know. You guys just hate her BC. She doesn't want to follow these 10,000-year-old royal rules? Dang, this is sad. Leave them alone, like whatever. Now, while I do agree with like whatever, look, royal stands, as they are called in modern context, are a little bit odd. I don't appreciate the monarchy, and I don't appreciate the rule that they have over most of the nations that do continue to, I guess, appreciate what they do. I don't exactly know what they do. But there are many excessive posts here. But there are some that definitely agree. I started a new page for Meghan fans, Meghan Markle fans, to which Aaron has replied with 3 love hearts. So at least that there can be some peace on the battlefield. How long have you known her? Her head and feet are mishappen. Seriously, they're obsessed and actually spend their time submitting real posts to this subreddit, hating on her, and if you comment, they tell you to get a life. Sounds like a projection. An American's president right now. I know, right? A big part of doing the show is finding subreddits that I didn't know exist. For example, The 10th Dentist. The 10th Dentist is a small subreddit very similar to Unpopular Opinion, where people are proud of the small minority that they are. These are small trivial joys such as only wearing one sock or just enjoying mushy cereal instead of crunchy cereal. The next subreddit that I also found was Doja Cat fans. I don't know why there isn't just the Doja Cat subreddit, but 17,000 people seem to enjoy Doja Cat fan. The most controversial post from the last week is not actually about the controversy that has been surrounding Doja Cat and her use of white supremacist language such as didn't do nothing in a previous song. Doja Cat has been trashed since Mooo. Now this is from Darth Zenvol. Yeah, your basic girls thought she was the shit for being mixed and sexualizing herself for teenage girls, but nah, she really is a cuck. Lol, her music been trash. As a mixed person, not a single one of us would ever degrade ourselves for incels and racists as well. There was a follow-up to this post. Edit, Doja dropped out of high school at 16. I don't think she's one that should be idolized. Now, this obviously had a lot of people up in arms about this post. Damn, you really be judging someone for dropping out of high school as if that's somehow an indication of bad character. Homegirl is broken. I feel bad for her. She's probably experienced some shit for not only being Jewish but half African. Not an excuse, but damn. Lol, check out race play. I don't think I will. I'm quite happy not doing that. Why did you bring up mixed incels and racists? Because it's relevant? You are the definition of Reddit normie. Honestly, some of the cringiest shit I've ever seen. You're a mod for some porn star. Get a fucking life, loser. Incorrect. Get a life, hard. Lol, cringy ass bitch. You're a pussy boy. You ain't do shit. Go mod your shit, sub pussy ass bitch. Lol, spoken like a true cringe lord. I don't mod a sub. You know who's a pussy? The guy ranting about a female rapper. Damn. Hard. Why you so in your feelings? Gonna cry over online replies. Grow tougher skin, bitch ass. Aren't you crying over some bitch's music? Lol, gotta let out all your dear wings on Reddit? Hahaha, you lost. I'm literally over it. I've said what I wanted to say. Doja Cat is a cuck and I don't like her music. I'm saying young black girls shouldn't be idolizing a high school dropout who strips for racists. You're the one still simping bitch. Not simping since not defending her. Also, you're just proving how fucking retarded you are. Cuck. Lol, sad using words that don't make sense. Shut the fuck up, no one cares about your feelings. Stop replying, you fucking idiot. Your opinion is worthless and yet you keep spewing dumb shit. You can't even choose a position, you fucking idiot. You have nothing of value to say, so take your own shit advice and shut the fuck up. Wow. There is more there, but that is quite the conversation. Then there is a follow-up up down the bottom to this entire thread that says, you lost when you became a mod for a porn star. Now look, personally, I think sex work is real work and that this entire situation with Doja Cat, there are a lot of things to consider. However, this argument is complete and utter trash and does not hold up in any regard. Whether or not Doja Cat is terrible or not, look, I have my own opinions about her and her music. I don't think that she's that great. I think she's quite good. I think her music is catchy and that she definitely uses pop aesthetics to further her career and that she's able to use those aesthetics in a positive light. I don't agree with her fans, especially not this fan over here, but very amusing to see what has happened here. And finally, on an extremely positive note, I don't want to make this show just about the weird and wonderful stuff that I find on Reddit, but there's a little bit of heart and warmth that I can find within these weirder, more obscure subreddits. One of them that's not obscure at all is Cringetopia, but I did happen to find them uncontroversial. Cringetopia is basically known for different types of cringe content that have been posted all over the internet, and obviously how it makes people feel uncomfortable or unhappy to see those images, videos, or GIFs. This one in particular is quite fascinating. It's simply a man who has a fursuit head on and is barbecuing, having a beer, and enjoying the great outdoors on his balcony. Got some shoes on, just have a regular barbecue. And the post reads, imagine going to a barbecue and seeing this, from the user Soda Dick. However, the comments are quite wholesome. That is a nice back porch though. I'd probably stay. The view from it must be great. Yeah, those shoes look real horrible. Get the fashion police. And those eyebrows are ridiculous. Bruh, leave my mans alone. He just trying to make some kebabs, lol. Say what you will about every furry I've known cooks pretty fucking well. Furry bad, upvotes to the left. Man, those steaks look good though. I might just stay for this one. Yeah, putting veggies on a braai is cringe, to be honest. This isn't really the best time for this. Dude, chill. It's literally a hobby. Do you give people shit for cosplaying other stuff? They just chose to cosplay an animal and they got cold, cringe, and bullied. Fuck you, OP. Not concerned unless the diaper fetish shut. Look, I think that Reddit is a weird and wonderful place, and I'll be trying to update when I can. And obviously when I find something cool and interesting, I'll let you know about it. So that's been Sorted by Drama. If you like it, do like and subscribe. The background might change every now and then, but for now, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and just hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sorry this isn't another very long video essay, but I thought I'd relax, and been spending a lot of time on Reddit. It's been real nice, to be honest, and knowing that my content isn't the worst thing out there, but there's a lot worse stuff.